love this sport. And when you're in an endeavor that you love, you don't see it as work. It's just you fill your days with thinking about how you can make the sport better. And so that part of it has been very gratifying to me, to be able to help make the sport better and be put in a position so that I can do that.
So Larry in action is very interesting because he is a visionary. He has a lot of amazing ideas. He sees way into the future, things that people wouldn't normally think of in the moment, but he has a really good ability to look ahead and see what the consequences of decisions made are going to be down the line, or potentially going to be.
So I met Larry, might have been in the late 1980s, and he was running horse shows at Griffith Park in California. And honestly, since the 1980s, he just hasn't changed that much. He's kind of larger than life and always has been, always will be.
Larry is a visionary. He's absolutely earned and absolutely is the epitome of a visionary award. I'm not sure we've always been on the same side of the discussion. As a matter of fact, I think we haven't a couple of times.
There was always, of course, the times where we disagreed. There were plenty of those, and we would talk it out, and he would go, Shelley, and then there would be the pause, and we would all have to wait for Larry to begin to lecture us on all the reasons why what we were saying was incorrect, or what I was saying was going to be so wrong, and that he was going to use his infinite wisdom to tell us why he was so right.
Larry will introduce ideas like a stick of dynamite into a group of people and then stand back and watch what happens. It always sparks a lot of robust conversation, and from that, a lot of amazing things have been achieved.
When I was called to be a part of the Emerging Jumper Rider Task Force, I was brought in a little late to the discussion. I think they'd been having about 3 years worth of discussions. And nomenclature is very important to Larry. What does a word mean? What does it really mean? What will it mean in the future? And they were having some discussion about what the riders should be called, coming up through what we now know to be the Zone Jumper Team Championships, the meter 10, meter 25, meter 35, and now we've launched Platinum, which leads us to the USEF level at a meter 45. That's visionary, that's vision. That's him understanding how to build sport.
Larry always thinks big. So he has these huge ideas and these big plans, and mostly he delivers every time. He sort of is a visionary of horse sports, and honestly he's a pain sometimes. Like sometimes you want to wring his neck and he gets so frustrated with him. But his heart is after the right place. He's always for the sport. He's always for the people in the sport, and he loves the horses, he loves the people, he loves the events. He loves the governance. He is just all about it.
One of the things that I think is so important in understanding Larry is, I remember when we were first creating US Hunter Jumper Association, and Larry listened to the presentation, and the next morning he was the first person I saw off the elevator, and he handed me a check for 2 lifetime memberships for he and Moroney and said, I'm in, I get it, I'm there. And from that moment on, he was amazing to work with. He is very capable of removing his own hat and what is best for Larry alone, and think about what is best for the sport overall. And he really taught, I believe, a lot of people how to do that same thing.
He's tireless and just nonstop. If he wants something, he is nonstop and tireless, and you can call him at any hour of any day, and you say, Larry, I have a question for you. Yep, and he's right there, 150%. And if he disagrees with you, he sometimes slams his hand on the desk, and if you're over the telephone, you can hear it. You think that wasn't one of his favorite thoughts.
There probably isn't any better person that could have done the strategic plan for United States Hunter Jumper Association when it was originally written up, and it took his investigation and study of what is a strategic plan first, what should it really be embodying, and the vision, apropos to this award, of where the United States Hunter Jumper Association should be going.
he's a good leader, and he's a good ambassador for our sport. He loves horse sports. He loves it at the Olympic level. He loves it at the county level. And you know, honestly, not so many people can love something like Larry loves horse sports in the widest range, from the lowest levels at the county horse shows to the highest levels at the Olympic Games.
He's an open-minded guy. He's taught me a lot. Our sport wouldn't be the same without him.
Larry's seen it all, and he brings a see-it-all perspective to the table that comes through years and years of experience, and I've really grown to appreciate his expertise and his friendship and his mentorship.
He's really himself, and don't we all strive to kind of really be ourselves? Larry's just Larry. Larry's Larry every single day, and that to me is a quality, that he is quintessential Larry every single day.